Hi, I'm James, and today we're at the Museum of Army Flying looking at the Sopwith Pup. Now, the official name of this aircraft was the Sopwith Scout. It got the nickname of Pup because it was the puppy of the larger two-seater 1.5 strutter made by Sopwith. It's a single-seat fighter that was used by the Royal Naval Air Service and the Royal Flying Corps. The Royal Naval Air Service used it from October 1916, they were the first to order it, and the RFC started using them in December 1916, and they were eventually phased out by the end of 1917. When it came in, it had good flight characteristics, highly manoeuvrable and an excellent climb rate, armed with a single 303 Vickers which was synchronized to fire through the propeller. Now, the fact that it was so manoeuvrable and brilliant flight characteristics resulted in it actually being used heavily for aircraft carrier experiments, and it was actually the first aircraft to land on a moving ship. Now, by the end of 1917, it was badly outclassed by the latest Albatrosses, with the end result that the aircraft was relegated to home defence and training duties, although a lot were left in France, used as personal runabouts by squadron commanders and things. So it actually probably served there a lot later than the official records. Altogether, 1,796 were built. Interestingly, only 96 of them made by Sopwith itself. It was mainly contracted out because Sopwith was busy with the 1.5 strutter. It was widely used because it wasn't just used by the British, it was used by the Australians, the Belgians, the Germans, the Japanese, the Dutch, the Romanians, the Russians, and then actually even into Soviet service, and the US Navy. Now this example is a really interesting one. Its serial number is N5195, and I find it highly amusing that it's in the Museum of Army Flying, because actually it was one that was built for the Royal Naval Air Service.
Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please click on the like button below so that I know what people like and I know what to make more of. Alternatively, if you've enjoyed it and think you'd like to see more, please click on the subscribe button. That way you get notified by YouTube whenever I bring out a new video. And you never know, there might be something in there that you hadn't considered, because I do cover a variety of things on the channel. And finally, if you have a little bit of cash going, I now have a Patreon account. I'm always looking for patrons because at the end of the day, let's be perfectly honest, it's a good way for me to get a little bit of money that I'll use to buy review items or to travel to museums and so on. I don't put a huge amount on that. At the minute, all we've got is one tier charging £1 a month, which just, as I said, helps cover my costs. See you soon.